WOLFPACK, assemble! What's going on? It is TC. Welcome to the Remix Series 1, Episode 1. Firstly, if you're new to the WOLFPACK, a very warm welcome. And if you're not, welcome back. If you find any of the information in this video useful, please smash the like button. If you're not already part of the community, part of the WOLFPACK, hit that subscribe button to receive notifications every time I upload some fresh new information. Also, don't forget to check out my samples and presets for Serum, Massive and FMA. Check out my t-shirts and hats. Follow my Anthems playlist on Spotify. Follow my Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. Links in the description. So let's get started. This is Series 1, Episode 1 of the remix, and this is an actual paid remix that I'm doing here. It's for a group called Cliques. I will link them in the description. They sent me a message on Instagram asking if I would do a remix. I heard the tune. They sent me a link to the tune and I thought the tune was really, really good and I could definitely do something with it. So I told them what I wanted for the remix, and what I wanted was this gold coin. For payment for this remix, I have received, they sent me this through the post. It is a solid gold bullion coin. It's like almost like a remix assassin. So they sent me this gold coin and now I have to do the remix in return for this gold coin. So the brief is to basically do whatever I want to do to make a remix. Hi Rex. So what I'm going to do is listen to some of the parts now with you. I've already been through the parts a little bit already and I've picked out ones that I think I am going to use and parts that I think I'm not going to use. He's like, who are you talking to? In this episode, we're just going to go through the parts, make a few notes on things that I want to do. I've actually already loaded like one synth into the project folder. I'm going to be doing this in Logic, not in Ableton, because I feel like I want it to have more of that sort of TC sound to it, and that is definitely a Logic thing. So this whole thing is going to be done in Logic. And yeah, so come with me on this journey to make a remix. That is what's happening. It is the Remix Series 1, Episode 1. Let's go! So here we are in Logic. Logic. It's been a while since I've been using Logic. It might be that I do not know all the key commands anymore, so I need to relearn all that stuff. Logic was always my first love when it comes to audio software. I've been using it since the very beginning of my musical career. This is the parts that they have sent me. So this isn't absolutely everything, but they sent me an effects group here, which is quite quiet. They're mixed down in the effects group, and I had a listen through those, and there are some good stuff in there, but I probably will end up using my own effects. They've given me all the bass stuff that they did, which is all good, but I'm thinking I'm going to change the key of the track, and maybe even the tempo of the track at some point in the process. It'll be early on. At the moment, their tempo was 174 BPM, and I'm thinking that I usually work at 173 for a very TC sounding tune. So I'll probably be changing the tempo at some point. That might be that I'll have to go into Ableton to re-tempo their parts so that they are more in keeping with my style. They've sent me the vocals dry as well, and they've sent me the vocals with their processing. Let's have a quick listen to some of the parts here. So as you can tell, it really does sound like the beginnings of a TC tune. It's almost vibes in just like this, really. Loving that sub bass. It's a 49 drop one. Hey. I'm hoping that I don't get demonetized. I'm not of this So I mean, you can hear it. You could definitely hear it there's definitely something there. I already started off with, let me just mute up some of these, let me just mute up the bass parts here. I'm just going to have the vocal. I already loaded up one instrument, which is a contact instrument that I designed. It is called Dark City. I've been making a lot of contact instruments. Let's get rid of the browser. So this one, it's a really cool instrument. It's basically like a mix of loads of samples all layered up, and I'll play you some of the part that I got there. There we go. So I've chosen a different key to them, but it still works with the vocal. I'm not quite sure what key I have chosen. Let's have a look. G sharp. Do 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 do. Really like the vocal. So yeah, that is a rundown of the parts. You heard some of these bass sounds that they've got. They're good bass sounds. I would be inclined to sort of take out some of those bass sounds and put them into a sampler and kind of mangle them up a little bit to change them up. We've got vocals, we've got the effects group. I think that is all the parts that they gave me. They didn't give me any drums. So episode 2 is going to be a drum recording day. I guess that is pretty much the rundown of the parts and the tune. So I'm just taking a look at this vocal now. So they provided me with a wet vocal, which means that they retained all of the effects on the vocal. And I actually just had to text them and ask them to send me an even drier version of the vocal because they've left some processing on the dry vox. So I'm just taking a look at it here. I've added some effects. So if you can see on the left-hand side here, I have added this channel strip. It's Plugin Alliance Focusrite channel strip. I have added some chorus with the H3000. I've added some compression, which is the purple MC77 limiting amplifier. It's really good. 1176 clone. I put a de-esser on there. I've put this Amec EQ and I'm adding some real high tops at like 29k and quite a lot of it to bring out the breath in the vocal. I've added this Valhalla Supermassive, which is like a reverb delay thing and it's free. You can go grab that. And H delay from Waves. I've kind of tried to match their vocal a little bit here. So I'll play you what they had. So they've got this. And this is what I have done to the vocal. So it's a little bit cleaner and it's not quite the same, but it's bringing my own flavor to it, which is cool. There's also this other thing where there's like a pitch issue on this vocal a bit later on. You hear that first note is not quite the right note. So I was thinking, instead of doing like Melodyne or Auto-Tune, I would just try something different, which is there's a thing in Logic where if you hit Control X, you can cut out all the silence in a vocal or in any other part that you want. So I'm going to do that, and that chops out all the pieces for me. And then I'm going to look at this a little more in detail. If I can zoom in Logic, it has been a while. So there's 2 notes there. So firstly, I don't usually put breaths in tunes, so I'm just going to get rid of the breath there, and then I'm going to chop out. I think if I hold Control, I can let's try that again, just a little bit, a bit more snippy there. This needs to be pitched ever so slightly. So fine tuning on the left-hand side there. Let me just clear up the screen, and it's analyzing, doing its thing. We're looking for that note. It's a bit much. There we go. Nice. Very cool. All right, so that one's fixed. And you can hear on that main drop vocal that it's still processed differently to the beginning bit. So that's what I've asked them to resend me. Now that one got cut off a bit, so we'll just move that a bit. I might have to do some tuning on that one. Have to see how that goes. There is actually tuning within Logic as well, so sometimes a little bit of detuning is okay in a vocal. It gives it like a flavor or a vibe, but if it's really off, it's sounding very nice already. Gonna have to readjust some of the start points on these because it's done a little bit, it got a little bit trim happy. I think that one will probably be the same as the other one before. Yeah. So I could just do a little cut and paste with that, I feel. Nice. Okay, so yeah, that's a little bit of a rundown of the vocal processing that I've been doing. So I'm going to wait for that other vocal part to arrive in the inbox. So that was episode 1 of the remix. Join me on episode 2 where I'm going to be doing a drum recording day, setting up a drum kit, recording it. If you found anything in this video interesting, please don't forget to hit the like button, really smash the subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you can keep up to date with all that's new from me. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you have any ideas for future videos, please let me know. I read all your comments. A massive big up to all the Wolfpack, and I will see you in the next episode of The Remix. Peace.